Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Slime Rancher 2. So let's hop right in and continue the game. Now last time I made some developments at the observatory, with like catching more slimes, particularly tabby and, phosphor slimes or whatever you want to call it, those weird berry-looking blue slimes, that eat fruits. I don't know if I got their name right. I know it started with a P. Um, but yeah, let's just try and see what I can do in this video. Um, yeah, one thing I know I'm gonna have to do is just try and collect as many, like as much food types as possible. Um, so that way I can actually feed some more slimes. Now, before I recorded the last video, I looked up how to upgrade my stuff. The back, or whatever this is called. I found out a good way to do it. I just don't know if I'll be able to, like, effectively upgrade it much throughout the series. Like, yeah, I'll of course get a few upgrades here and there, but not many, considering I need to get my money up before I can do that. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and just try and sell off some of these plorts real quick. Since I need some more money. I think I need an air shield for, nope, I don't need one for my tabbies, and I, of course, don't need one for any of my other slimes, considering I already got those. So, yeah. Let's just see what I can do here, considering I need to collect as many plorts as possible, so that way I can actually try and get my money up more. Alright, let's just see what I can do. If I need to collect that plort right there. Now I'm gonna have to try and, get more, food types, I think. That's, gonna be, one big thing I know I'm gonna need. Yep, these things are called phosphor slimes. I had it right the first time. Whenever I tried talking about their name. Alright, let's just put them back in their pen. Let's just check out, my other slime variants real quick. Yeah, I got a lot of hens. How did this one get out? Yeah, honestly, come to think of it, it makes way too much sense, come to think of it. Considering I do have a lot of stuff. I do have a lot of, meat variants. So yeah, let's just try and, collect some of these elders. And then just do whatever I can. Yep, I can see how they got out now. If I'm being honest, considering some of them age up and they bounce other slime variants. No, not slime variants, but meat variants. Let's go ahead and feed these hens to, my slimes, since that's kind of the one thing I know they need is food. Alright, let's feed my tabby slimes real quick. Now let's go ahead and sell off these plorts, so that way I won't have to worry about them later. This should give me some decent money. I'm gonna have to buy more areas before too long. I know I will, considering, I'm out of land here, so I'm gonna have to try and buy some here. Let's see how much this is. 2,800. I'm assuming it's a similar price for other pieces of land. And I only have 571 right now. So I'm gonna have to collect over 2,000 coins. So yeah, I'm gonna need a lot of food for that one, just to be able to have enough plorts. Now I have seen, that this game still has rock slimes. I don't know how to get access to those. Considering I've never really had too much experience with this game in comparison to Slime Rancher 1. So yeah, of course I'm not going to have much knowledge on where the slimes are. Let alone how the game actively functions, in comparison to Slime Rancher 1. So yeah, let's just try and collect as many plorts as possible, so that way I can have as much money as possible. Since I need to buy more areas, just for my slimes. Okay, let's collect some of these plorts right here. Since that's the one thing I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to feed my cotton slimes real quick, since they're gonna need some food. Alright. I'm doing pretty well so far in terms of outright resource collection. The main reason I wanted to buy more land is mostly so I could have stuff for like Q berries whenever I come across those. So yeah. And also any other food and slime variants I may come across in the future. Because, you know, there has been obvious additions to this game, like the cotton slimes and water lettuce. So yeah, clearly I'm gonna need to do that. Also, speaking of water lettuce, my field for that, I'm gonna have to try and get the sprinkler for it. You know, for obvious reasons. Okay, let's just try and buy the sprinkler. I'll make up the money that I just spent on the sprinkler later. I'll try and do that, but as of right now, I just need to collect as much money as possible. You know, before I can get around to it. And plorts too. Since, you know, there's not much else I can really do but collect plorts, for money. Okay, time to put, back my cotton slimes, since I already have the plorts out here. Time to, I guess, collect... Wait, there's no plorts in here? They haven't eaten yet? Wow, that's weird. But either way, let's just sell off these cotton plorts, so that way we can have some money. Wow, that got me pretty close to back to where I was, before I got that sprinkler. You know, either way, let's just try and collect, some of this stuff right here. Since that's clearly what I need to do right now. Alright, let's just try and do anything and everything, in terms of food collection. Wait, slime fall? What is slime fall? I've never encountered that before. I am so confused, at what slime fall is. Like, is it just, something for, like, where slimes fall out of the sky or something? Because if it is, I am not prepared for that. Either way, let's just try and feed my pink slimes. I'm gonna check out and see what slime fall is. Huh. I guess it falls down like mini slime chunks or something. If I had to assume. I've never encountered this weather before. So that's why I seem so confused about it. Like, I've played Slime Rancher 2 a little bit, but I've never encountered this weather type. So that's why I'm confused about it. So yeah. Real quick, I'm gonna have to find that one pink slime Gordo that I saw earlier. So that way I can, you know, at least try and burst it. See if it gives me a key. For obvious reasons. Considering if I ever run into anything that requires a key, I'm gonna need it. And fast. Alright, let's just try and find wherever it is. Considering I need to gather up as much food before I get to that slime. Well, that Gordo. Since, you know, obvious reasons. I'm gonna need food for it. Just to get it to burst. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try and find some carrots before too long. Alright. I'm going in the opposite direction of where I need to go for the pink Gordo. So let's just try and get over to where it is. Real quick. Yeah, honestly, I don't know if I need much more food than this. I honestly can't tell, considering I fed it a lot last video, I think. Or it could have been one of the 2 prior videos, too. So yeah. Let's just try and get back to the Gordo that I need to find. Wherever it is. I think it's through here. If I had to guess. I could be wrong, though. Yep, here it is. Let's go ahead and feed this thing already. Alright. I don't know how much more food it's gonna need. It's clearly about to burst, so I'm gonna have to collect a little bit more food. Wherever I may find it. So yeah, let's just try and look around to grab any and all forms of food. Just to be able to burst a Gordo, since I haven't done one in this game yet. Now, of course, I have in Slime Rancher 1, that part's obvious. I just haven't done it in this game yet. I need to collect as much food as possible, especially like vegetable types. You know, particularly for that. Both the pink Gordo and the, you know, regular Gordo too. And the cotton Gordo. What is a lightning mote? I am so confused at what this is. I've never seen this item before. Yeah, I gotta back away so I don't get electrocuted and knocked out. For what I can only assume is an entire day. Ooh, what's this? What is this gonna give me? Is it like... Yep, it's a thing for building stuff. Let's just gather up more stuff. Especially food, since that's all I have left to do for that one slime. Holy crap. I just saved myself from falling into water. Oh my god, if I just didn't move whenever I did, I would have fallen into that water and lost all of this. But yeah, I would have, like, I wasn't thinking. That's the main reason why I jumped whenever I did. Ooh, more lightning motes. I wonder what this is going to be used for, though. Let's collect some of this carrot stuff. You know, so that way I can, you know, actively try and get back to that Gordo and just try and beat it to the point of bursting. I don't really care about anything else. I just want to burst the Gordo. Ooh, there's some more food up here, so let's gather that. You know, so I can actually get closer and closer to bursting if needed. So yeah, let's just see what I can do. Wait, what are these? That's storm glass? I'm gonna come back and collect that later whenever I get done bursting this. This Gordo right here. Okay, there we go. What is... Huh? I am so confused why it didn't give me a key there. You know what? Let's just try and get that storm glass stuff. Considering I want to see if I can use this for anything. Alright, let's head back to the observatory. So, for one, I can put up this resource stuff that I need. And then just see what I can do with this storm glass and lightning nodes, whatever. You know, considering that's obviously going to be needed. Wait, I can get some jellystone. I don't need these hens, actually. The main thing I'm going to need is vegetable types. You know, for that one Gordo. Wait, what did this do? Huh. I guess that activated a new area for me to explore, if I had to assume. Hold on, what? I am so confused by all of this. Ember Valley? What? What even is this place? Ooh, a gold slime. Let's just see what I can do with it. Crap, it disappeared. This place feels oddly familiar. Like I explored it in Slime Rancher 1. Okay, those are tabby slimes. I already have a bunch of those at my observatory. Let's just see what I can do to get back. Because I really gotta get out of here. I don't really care about anything else. Yep, that screwed me over. I wanna... Wait, what the heck are you? An angler slime? Let's get rid of these carrots. I don't care. I want to get this angler slime thing, whatever it is. So yeah, I want to get back to my ranch. So that way I can, you know, put up this angler slime and, you know, get rid of all that stuff right there. Whatever it is. You know, like all this jellystone, and the storm stuff. So let's just see what I can do. Alright, let's just try and collect some more... Wait. Oh, I thought that was a new type of meat. You know, like like those slime stuff from the first game. Let's just head back to my ranch already and just see what I can do. Because I am not bringing myself to any more risk after everything, with all this resource stuff. Because who knows whenever I can find more of it. Let's just find that teleporter thing, wherever it is. Alright, it's through here, I think. I don't know if there's more slime variants than just the angler slime out here, but I don't want to take the risk until I get more stuff available. Like, I don't really want to be stupid about things. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get to this teleporter and just get back to my observatory. You know what? There's one game I want to try and work on later. It's Final Fantasy VII's remake. Mostly because that takes up a lot of storage, and I just want to try and finish it off. Now keep in mind, I got the PS5 upgrade. I got it. So yeah, I don't have to worry about, getting the Integrate version, which would have costed me money, even though there's a free PS5 upgrade if you own the physical copy of the PS4 version. So I don't know why they would charge money for that, unless they add new features, which I frankly highly doubt. Either way, let's just get back to the ranch and just see what I can do from here. Considering I think I'm pretty close by now. Yeah, I'm pretty close to the ranch. Let's just see what I can do. Yep, I got an angler slime, but I don't have any pens for it, considering I don't have enough money to buy more land. So yeah. Either way, I'm gonna just put up this stuff right here, this Jellystone and Storm stuff, and just see what I can do. There we go. Now I have enough space for any potential plorts out here, if I so need it. But yeah, let's just try and see whatever I can do to get more money. Considering I need, almost 3,000 coins just to be able to get to the next area that I wanted to buy. So yeah. There's some water lettuce. Okay. I think that there might be some plorts in here, so let's just try and collect those real quick. Honestly, I love learning new stuff about games. That is by far one of my favorite things as a gamer. It's just the interactions with stuff and just learning new mechanics and all this other stuff. That is by far one of my favorite things as a gamer. Which in this game is prime for that. Huh. Seems like there's more. Wait, I can get rock slimes out there. Same with, I can only assume boom slimes, crystal slimes, and a bunch of other slime variants too. You know what? Let's just try and collect more quartz. I'm gonna look out for more purchasable land, considering that's obvious what I'm gonna need. Just in case if they have any stuff that I can buy in terms of property. Since I need to put up my angler slimes. So yeah. Let's just see what I can do. Alright, I know that there's more than just that one viable area. So let's just try and look around a little bit. Ooh, there's a hen. That requires 2,800. I don't know if that was the one I was looking at earlier, but I could be wrong. So yeah, let's just try and look out for more purchasable land. Hopefully I can find cheaper, parts of it. Jesus Christ, I think that they all cost 2,800. So let's just try and collect as much plorts as possible, so that way I can have as much money as possible. For this reason alone. Since I kind of need the money right now. Okay, I need to try and beat some more slimes. I just don't know how I'm gonna get more money than what I already have. But yeah. Other than beating slimes and going out into the wild. So yeah, that's all I really can do. Alright, let's try and gather up as much food as possible, since that's clearly what I'm gonna have to do right now. Alright, let's feed my pink slimes these carrots, since they haven't eaten in a little bit. Then I'm gonna feed these pogo fruits to these slimes over here, since they're gonna need some food too. Yeah, I'm trying to mediate what food goes to which slime, so that way they won't go too particularly hungry and get aggravated. So yeah. I would give the cotton slime some more food, but I don't really have ample farms for that right now. So yeah, let's just see what I can do. I need to collect these quartz in here, since, you know, that's the one thing I need right now the most. Okay, I think that's all of the quartz in this pen. So let's just go ahead and sell them off, for more money. Okay, I need to get, what, about 1,500 more coins. Well, 1,490 actually, before I collect up these pink ones right here. So yeah, let's just try and collect them all up to see what I can do. Yep, that won't give me much money, but it'll still help regardless. You know? Because all money is good money. So yeah. Now I need to get up to, 1,450 more coins. Yeah, I just don't know if I can manage to get the money I need in this video. I doubt I will, considering how much time it's taken me already to get to here. So yeah. I'm gonna need to get plort collectors. That's one of the main upgrades I'm gonna have to get on all my slime stuff, but I want to get the areas first. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna pause. Alright, you know what? The main thing I want to hold off on for the Final Fantasy VII Remake playthrough, the main thing I want to hold off for real quick on it is mostly just the fact to see if, you know, the PS5 upgrade of the game, if it can transfer over my PS4 save data. That's the main thing I want to hold off on right now, is just that. And if it will, I'll, you know, just, see if I can do that, but otherwise, I will just, go back to the PS4 version. So yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to record this video first for. Alright, I'm gonna have to collect more stuff, more plorts particularly. So yeah, I honestly, judging by how long it's been since the start of this video, which is about, let's say, 23 minutes now, I honestly doubt that I'll have enough time to, you know, actively get the money I need for another area, but I should have it next video, by the end of next video. That should be a guarantee if I had to guess. It's just that, you know, like, I doubt I'll do it this video, but next video will most certainly be a guarantee, judging by how many plorts I've collected this video and how much money I've collected. But Jesus Christ, if I hadn't gotten those sprinklers for the water lettuce, I could have easily had enough money by now, or at least close to it, you know? And I could have easily had enough money by the end of this video, you know, if I didn't get the sprinklers. So yeah, let's go ahead and feed these carrots to my cotton slimes, and then collect this water lettuce for them too. I'm not going to worry about feeding my pink slimes any vegetables right now, considering, well, they have the lowest output for money. Like, certainly they do. So it would be kind of stupid for me to, you know, just give all that stuff away right now, you know, to these pink slimes. So yeah, you know, instead of giving it out to a higher output slime, like the cotton slimes. So yeah, let's just see what I can do. Maybe I might have enough money by the end of this video, but I doubt it. I honestly really do. But even if I do have enough money by the end of this video, I wouldn't doubt that I wouldn't be able to do anything with that new piece of land until next video. That's honestly something that I really don't doubt. Jesus Christ, if I didn't get that sprinkler earlier, I could have easily had enough money to afford a new piece of land by now. I wouldn't doubt that with even a single ounce in me. You know? So yeah, let's just try and collect some of these tabby plorts real quick, since I'm gonna need as many plorts as possible, before too long. Alright, I'm gonna need some food, like fruit variants. Since, you know, that is for the phosphor slimes, and they do have a pretty high, output for money. So, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna collect some of these meat variants real quick. You know, just for my tabby slimes. But yeah, let's go ahead and just try and feed them already, since they also have a pretty decent money output. You know, since I kind of need as much money as possible. Just for another area. Alright, let's just see what we can do with all of this. Now, I would collect more meat variants, but as of right now, I just want to wait for them to breed up before I do that. You know, since it would effectively be the same thing either way. So yeah, let's collect as many plorts out in the wild as possible, since that's kind of like another really decent thing for money. Wild plorts are just as good as, you know, tame plorts. So yeah, either way would really help me out collecting as many plorts as possible. So yeah, let's just see what I can collect. I don't know if I'll have enough money by the time I get back to my ranch, but honestly, I kind of doubt it. Ooh, I need to collect this hen right here and feed it to this lucky slime. There we go, that got me, what, about 100 coins right there? That's honestly really good, too. Considering I need to get up to 2,800. Jesus Christ, that stutter. Let's just see what I can collect out here, and then just get back to the observatory already. Alright, I think I should have enough to get back to my observatory and have enough money to buy another piece of land, if I had to guess. Anyways, so yeah, let's just get back to wherever I need to go, sell off these plorts, and then just see if I can buy another piece of land. I don't know if I will be able to, but honestly, I wouldn't doubt it, considering I have 12 cotton plorts, and those give me, like, easily, like, 100. Wait, no, not 100, but 10. For each plort. Yeah, that gives me 16. And even if I don't have enough here, I should have enough within the tabby pen. And if I still don't have enough then, for whatever reason, then I should have enough out of the phosphor slimes. So yeah. Let's just see what I can do. Yeah, thankfully that stuff grew before I got back. So let's just collect these plorts here, so that way I can have at least some money. Okay, let's just try and put these tabby slimes back. Put in those pogo fruits to this pen right here, and then just see whatever I can do. You know, from now on. So yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I'll have enough money. Okay, I do, either way. And I didn't even need that. You know what? The archway probably would be my best bet for stuff. So let's just buy this. And just hopefully it gives me enough stuff. Yep, it does. Thank God, too, because I really needed some more land. Let's collect these pogo fruits right here. You know, since I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to try and get back to my ranch, and then, you know, collect the plorts that are clearly in my phosphor pen, and then feed some of my slimes. I almost just walked off into water. That scared the crap out of me, because I didn't want to lose these angler slimes. That genuinely scared the crap out of me. Thankfully, it was mostly because I wasn't paying attention. I was more or less more paying attention to the words I was saying over what I was actively doing in the game. You know, that was pretty much the reason I almost walked off that edge. Okay, I gotta try, collect as much money as possible. I think that the phosphor plorts that I have here should bare minimum get me a pen for my angler slimes. Never mind, it didn't. Considering it requires 250 and I only have 162. You know what? Either way, that's going to be the end of today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.